Hi YouTube and welcome back to my Let's Play Aion, and this week we're doing the Gunslinger. Sorry that this did not go up last week. I have been really busy with work. I mentioned this in my vlog last week if you follow my vlog channel at all, and if you don't, I have a link down in my description below if you're interested in watching my vlogs. It's on a completely separate channel from this. But anyway, yeah, I've been really busy with work and everything. I've been expanding my business and getting new clients and that kind of thing, and I'm just trying to kind of work out my balance between working and gaming and everything else. And I just never got around to editing and doing a voiceover for this particular video last week, and so I just said, you know what, I'm just going to take a week off from the gaming to do that. And I may or may not be skipping weeks here and there in the future, just depending on how busy I get. But at any rate, I will try and keep going as much as I can with these games. Alright, so I just did the one quest where I had to kill the tiger and get the tiger tooth or whatnot, and turning that in. And then there's a couple more quests in this area, and then I'm actually going back to the fortress, and I'm going to start doing some of the quests on the other side of the fortress and things. So we're going to start going in that direction next, since we're getting high enough level to solo a bunch of that stuff. I'm going to be picking up some group quests as well, and we'll see that near the end of the episode. And I'm not sure. And I pick them up for now. I may wait until I'm high enough level to solo them myself. I think they become soloable once I hit like level 30 or something like that. And the reason I didn't pick up those other quests over there was just because they're kind of daily quests. You can just keep repeating them over and over again, up to like 10 a day or something like that. And I'm just like, nah. I avoid those. Like, I'll do them once, and then, okay, I'm done. One of them is actually going back into Harmel and rerunning that again. And you can keep redoing that over and over, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I've done it twice now. I think we're good. And the second time, there was different stuff to do from the first time, so that was fine. But, you know, I think after this, it's all going to be basically about the same, so... definitely going to skip doing that again for now. Alright. So, yes. And these are like all level like 18 and stuff. Types of things that I'm turning in here, so. Oh, by the way, I don't know if folks have noticed, but I forget if it was like last time or not, but I got her a sexy new top. Well, I mean, I got a new drop and updated her top, and it just is a little sexier than what she's been wearing before, so. Her pants don't quite match, but, you know, give it time. Up until I hit the highest level, I tend to just use whatever gear I pick up along the way with questing and things. I don't see the point in spending a lot of in-game currency on the higher end gear when you're a lower level. So I'm gonna wait until I'm like level, I think the max is level 70 right now, so you know, if I hit level 70 before they release level 80, then I'm definitely going to you know, I'll wait until I'm like level 70, then I'll go out and I'll spend some stuff on some really good gear, because at that point there's gonna be more PvP type of interactions and things. I'm definitely going to be doing PvP interactions, you know, even at a higher level, or sorry, at the lower levels, but I'm not going to worry about it too much in terms of gear-wise until the higher levels, just because there just isn't the point. I mean, there's times when you can, I can be level 30 at 30 to 40, and you can be in a PvP open area, and you can get ganked by 5 levels 60s or 70s, right? And so, you know, what's kind of the point of, you know, it doesn't matter how high level of gear you are, if you're by yourself, they're going to kick your butt. basically. So there's just, you know, just no point to spend all the stuff, and I might as well save it up and get the good gear at the end when you're a higher level and you can actually, you know, make some good use out of it. Alrighty, okay, so now I finally got that. I was looking for that stupid box for like the longest time. I finally had to look it up and have, you know, like actually go online to the wiki and just say, okay, where the heck is this stupid thing supposed to be? They kept flying around there. I must have passed it like 10 times and just never saw it. I'm like, oh, duh. But, you know, my excuse is it's been over a year or two since I've been questing in this particular area with my other character, my gladiator, who's a Asmodean gladiator, and so it's been a while since I've been here. And, yeah. Okay, so we got that one, and then there's I think there's one of the other final pieces is actually in the Black Claw village, and that's why we kind of have to approach it from the other direction first, because it's like easier at the other entrance, and then it keeps getting harder as you go throughout their settlement, and so, and I've got other quests on the other side of it, so I'm gonna go to the other side of it and start doing those quests first, and then kind of going from there. It just makes sense, in my opinion, to do it that way. I mean, not that I think I'm high enough level to approach it from either direction, but because I've got a bunch of quests on the other end of it, I might as well start there and get those done first. You know, I like to apply logic to these things. Alright, so here we go. One of the things I'm looking forward to, because one of the things is newer in the game, from when I first started playing the game, is I don't know what level you have to be. It might be a max level kind of a thing, but I do believe that there's mounts that you can get now. I wish they'd make them available for lower levels. I was so happy with World of Warcraft when they finally allowed, I think it's either level 10 or 20, I forget, where you can start getting mounts and stuff. And that's pretty cool. You know, I don't necessarily want or need mounts in this game because you can fly, but I wish they would open up more of the game for flight. I can understand, you know, areas that are not allowed for flight, typically are because they haven't rendered everything in the game. So there's like tops of buildings, or, you know, going out over the water, or just a number of things where, you know, it would be so cool if you could fly up there, but you know, if the game let you do that, you'd run into an area that hasn't been properly rendered. That was one of the challenges in World of Warcraft when they finally allowed flight everywhere, because originally I think they introduced flying mounts with Burning Crusade, and it's one of my favorite flying mount actually is my Nether Drake that I got there, and you could fly everywhere in the Outlands because they had designed it that way, but the rest of Azeroth was not designed that way. So like there's entire tops of mountains that aren't rendered and that kind of stuff. And so they're like, well, we can't let people fly there yet. And so they had to like completely redo everything. And that's ultimately what why they did the Cataclysm in the first place, because they figured, well, if we have to redo everything anyway to allow people to fly everywhere, we might as well, let's just destroy everything. And, you know, they didn't destroy everything, but, you know, they had this whole the whole cataclysm concept, right? And things were torn asunder, and this and that and the other, and so, I thought that was kind of funny. You know, the direction that they went in that way, because so many people wanted, flight, throughout the game and stuff, so. Anywho, but yeah, it would be cool if there was more flight in this game, in my opinion. Alright, so we are now questing on the other side of the Hellcart Fortress. Right now I'm just kind of trying to figure out, okay, what do I need and what am I doing and all that kind of good stuff. I think I have to return and do one quest turn in, and then I can go do some other kind of quest thing. No, stupid spiders. One to get killed, apparently. I'm getting really close to leveling to level 23 now, so that's cool. So I'm gonna be done with this whole region fairly soon now. I just need to finish off this section here into the Black Claw Village and stuff. And I think there's one other pathway on the other side that there's a couple of quests on. There's a lighthouse or something like that. And then once that's done, then I think I basically move on to the next area. I mean, I'm sure there's other quests over at in Pandemonium that I can do as well. And I think I actually edited out a bunch of some of the silly quests that I did in Pandemonium recently, just because they were kind of silly things that had me just kind of running around the city, and you know, I felt that was kind of boring and tedious and things, and so I decided to screw it. I'm just gonna not include that footage and skip on to some of the more interesting things out here in the rest of the world. Alright, so I got that done, and you can see I have a timer at the top right. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but there's that one quest where I basically have 4 minutes to gather the ingredients and get back to this guy, and I got here with less than a minute to spare, so... But I think I picked up that quest before, and I completely forgot that there was a timer there. I wasn't even paying any attention to the fact that it was a timer, and ran around and went and did a whole bunch of different things, and then didn't realize that I was on a timer for that one quest until it counted down, and so I failed the quest and I had to redo it. So that's what I was doing there. Oh yes, there's that kind of a ghost back there that I have to get to, but I have to get past some of these guys first. I'm just kind of running past some of these guys, and I didn't even realize I aggroed this one guy who's now attacking me from behind, look, but he kind of gave up on me pretty quickly. But then there's someone else shooting at me on the side as well. I'm like, who's that? Alright, let's take care of you next. Oh yeah, and the look, he ran off, but he's still attacking me, so I just need to take care of these guys, and they actually got my health pretty low there. I'm like, whoops, I guess I should have been paying better attention. I mean, I am a little over level for this area, but, you know, I could still get myself killed if I don't pay close enough attention if I'm not careful, so. Alright. And my bag was too full as well. It's like, oops. I need to expand my my cubes, as it were, because I guess it's, you're not carrying bags, you have these magical cubes for your inventory. It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Bags, cubes, whatever you want to call them. Alright, so we talk to him. So this is the Muru's spirit. And now we can go back and verify the claims of the one Black Claw person that was trying to make a treaty or peace or something with us. I don't know if you remember that from earlier episodes and things. Alright, so take some health potion. We've got some quest turn-ins, and you see there's that one path over there that I could go up and do some questing in as well, which is the opposite direction from the Black Claw village, but I ultimately decided to hold off on that for this week, and the next time I'm in this game with the Gunslinger, I'll go ahead and kind of go that way. Yeah, the other thing I'm looking forward to is being able to use an Aether cannon. I don't see there's a person on a mount, which I don't currently have yet, and I don't know what level they were, but regardless, I know some people have said that, you know, the guns are better, the dual wielding guns, because you can shoot faster. But I want to try the Aether cannon because I think it would be kind of cool to have like a big gun that can just make, you know, it's obviously slower, but you know, obviously do more damage per shot than the individual guns can do, and I don't know, it just feels like it would be kind of cool. Especially since I ultimately ended up not being able to choose being either tech, since that wasn't available when I started this character. So I might have to start one of those on my own and just play that by myself at some point, because I just want to try out the machinery and stuff. It looks like it would be kind of cool to play. And ding, we're at level 23. Yay! Finally. So we're slowly but surely still leveling up. Should be not too long until we hit 30. I mean, it's gonna be. I don't know if I'm doing a level an episode now, where I was doing a couple of levels, 2 or 3 levels an episode at the very beginning and stuff. So it's gonna be slower, and eventually it's gonna be like 2 or 3 episodes per level, etc. I mean, that's the way these games are. Is that the higher the level, the slower it takes to get to the next level and things. So always gets more difficult. All right, so we're just picking up a whole bunch of quests here, and getting ready, and then that's gonna basically be my quest queue for the next episode. And there's a couple more out here that we have to either turn in or pick up. So, yep, there we go. I can see them on the map there. I'm like, okay. Let's see if I could figure out where they are. Oh, there's one. Right there. There we go. I do like the glide feature, even if you can't fly. You can fly in this area, but even if you couldn't fly, you can still glide on your wings if you're going downhill and stuff. And you can glide a lot faster than you can run, so that's kind of cool. Alright, so pick that one up. See, that's one of the group ones, so we'll see about if I end up doing those or not. I'd have to get together with a group. I don't know. We'll see. I prefer playing solo. I'm a big whiner. Okay, and then this is the last one, so I'm going to start wrapping things up and say thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you are enjoying these episodes. If you are, please give them a thumbs up. Please share them with your friends, and until next week, take care. Bye-bye.